Alright guys, I just water meter just turned the water back on in the street, so we'll see what happens here. I think I'm tight now. Just had to tighten up that nut a little bit. It's okay now. I did winterize this house, so hopefully I did a good job. We'll find out. I can shut that off. Alright, so I got that off there. I'll shut this off. Turn the cold on first. I had that drain open, that's alright. I got this boiler off here. Also, I should just fill up the water pipe. See that little black thing stopped? That's good. That little black thing stopped. That means we're getting a leak on a cold. I'm gonna fill up the hot. This one's got a hydronic heating system. I blew all the water out. Bleeding all the hot air, all the air out of the water heater. I'll go on and do all the faucets. This lady had winterized the house because her father died. I guess it's August, so they're just turning the water back on now. I'm going to try selling the house. And I'm going to get the water and the boiler and the water heater back on. Second floor. Dumb idea to have a counter like that right on top. Very dumb. You can't get to the pots. Dumb idea. stop the leaking from here now because it's not building up as much pressure. It's coming out the spout here. Same thing with this one. I got the countertop. Dumb idea. Can't even see the pots in there. Alright, we're gonna have to do the heating system next. I blew it all out with compressed air, so we'll have to see. Hopefully there's no leaks. We'll find out. We'll find out, Mom, if there's any leaks, Mom. Weird setup. They got these Y's here. One feeding the dishwasher, one feeding that slop sink. And I ain't liking the looks of that hose there. I gotta change that hose. This sucker getting ready to blow, man. Getting ready to blow. At least one hose on there. It's not legal. This fucker. It's not legal. We'll shut that off. Wait for that green light to blink. Goes the heating. Let's see what we have there, Mom. Hopefully it's tight, Mama. Hopefully it's tight. I got those two zone valves opened so I can purge the air through the zones. 2 zones. I got my hose on here. I got 2 purge stations right here. I'll let it fill. I got no floods. Supposedly they just changed the meter. When I got this off, I gotta turn that on. It ain't gonna work so well, is it? Try it again. Listening for any leaks. Shouldn't have none. I purged it good. I hear nothing. You know, I know when I did this heating system, I purged it really good with air. I blew it out good, so if it wasn't me, I'd put air to it. I know I did a good job on it, so I'm not too concerned about it. I know there's gas because the stove works, so. First floor, 87F. Alright. Let that go into the sink over there. We'll shut this off. We'll shut this off. off, getting ready to blow, man. Gonna blow, gonna blow. That's what happens, it blows up like a balloon. Gotta replace those hoses. That's why you get a flood in your house right there. Alright, so on this here, we got the return with the purge stations. Water's going in the boiler. Up through the two supplies. I got the 2 zone valves pulled down manually. Can't go back to return because I got them off. So it's going to go out the purge station. Once you get that open and start getting a good flow, we can open this bypass. So that's a good flow of water. And you could easily feel it right here. And get all the air out. See the quick chocolate milk, mama. Quick chocolate milk. Next level, mama. Next level. So once this one runs clear, I'll do this zone. Alright, my pilot should be ready to rock and roll now. This is just temporary, my screwdriver in here. So I'm gonna keep holding it. I'll light this one too. This boiler's off. Once the boiler's full of water, we'll light it. The pilot. Alright, ready to turn on. Hear it? Once that light blinks, you know you're ready to rock and roll. Looking clear, mama, looking clear, mama. Looking good to me, mama. Alright, so we'll shut this off. We'll shut this off and switch the hose over to this side. And we'll do that zone. No, I got those 2 zone heads. Their level was pulled down, so they're bypassed. Alright, so I got this one here on. Watch out for the air, mama. Watch out for the air. Alright, I got that open there. Flick this up. When you do that, you bypass this 12 pounds. You send the regular pressure through. As long as this is open, this hose, you can do it. Alright guys, I got this one purging out now, this other zone. This second zone's purging out well. I got the water heater lit. It's running nice and clear now, so I'm going to give it clear for a while. Alright, so it's clear, so we shut this off. Shut the valves off. Well, this is set for 12 pounds. This will build up 12 pounds of pressure in the boiler and shut off. That's just the bypass to purge it. Alright, so once I get this on, I can take the hose off. Alright, now that I got these off, I could open these valves, the returns, and then those 2 zone heads, I gotta push the levers up so they'll be ready to rock and roll. They're pulled down, I gotta pull them up. It's a bypass on them. When they're up, they're engaged, ready to work. Now what happens is, there's common going to the number 2 from the low voltage. There's power going to the thermostat. When the thermostat calls, it sends power to 1. So 1 has power, 2 is the common, energizes that head and pushes that pin down and sends common from 2 down to 3. to turn this TT on, and it's got another leg coming to common, so it's just a commons making contact on that TT to start this boiler up. So I have to light the pilot and I'll be ready to rock and roll here. Let that heat up for a bit and then we'll turn it on. Alright, she's ready to rock and roll here. Must have had some air in there or something. That's the pilot here. We'll see what happens. Let's see what these are. Let's see if these tools are dirty. Yeah, don't look bad. Feel a flipping good sized draft coming in here from somewhere. It does all look clean to me. What is this flipping fan right here? This fan's blowing the fan was blowing against here and having it, giving it a false start, a bad start. Let's try it now. Yeah, that fan was facing right over here. Okay, it fired up nice that time. Try it again. I'm good with that. So that fan was heading right over here, and when I was down there, I could feel the wind. All you gotta do is just change the. I'll get another hose for it, seeing she's selling the house, but definitely not good. I'll take a walk through and check, make sure there's no leaks. There's no leaks on the heat. Alright, I don't see any leaks. If there was a leak, you'd see it, that's for sure. Like I said, I was confident with the way I winterized the house. I knew there'd be no problems. Alright guys, I talked to the neighbor who's in charge of getting this house back up and running. Said put 2 new hoses on there. Them other ones are ready to blow, so new wash machine hoses. And the weird wires they have on there. It's basically feeding the sink and the washing machine. It's funky. It will work like that, I guess. It's unorthodox, but we'll leave that. See, this hose is getting kind of puffy too. Well, there is screens in here that you can clean if you had to inside. Usually if it's a well, you might get all rusty in there, but these seem to be okay. Alright guys, I got the new hoses in there. I'm not a big fan of these Y connections to feed the dishwasher and the sink, but that's what was there, so I ain't playing around with that. I'm just changing the hoses. See, it was all puffy. That would have blown up like a balloon and popped. Hoses are junk. If you got hoses like this in your house, you should change them every so many years. You're better off with the no burst. That's a better hose. But these here, I've seen these build up like a big balloon and just blow. That's it. Just pack up my stuff and get out of here. I'm done on this job. Shut these lights off, don't sell it here, and I'll get out of here. I don't see any leaks. That's the front hose over there. Everything seems to be good, so we'll go to our next job. Here's the water supply coming in. This is where the curb was. They put a little blue flag there. Water supply. Steve is working to get into the ice cream truck, mama. Woohoo! Gonna be next level, mama. Next level. You know I love ice cream, mama. Listen for the bells, Mama. Let me know I'll come out of the basement, Mama. Gonna be next level, next level.